Part 341. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3401. From time to time, there would be screams of panic from the surroundings, and then each of them gritted their teeth, and their mentality became ecstatic. In a few words, it is already difficult to express this special state of mind. He could only silently look at everything in front of him, and then murmured to himself. Emotional, full. At this moment, whether it is keel whale or Chusasi, their cultivation bases are skyrocketing. This thunder calamity has not yet been overcome, but the cultivation base has started to soar first. What is the way? My cousin was originally a 6-star peak sanctuary, but in less than a minute, she was forcibly promoted to a 7-star peak sanctuary. Still improving. 8-star initial sanctuary. 8-star middle sanctuary. 8-star high-level sanctuary. 8-star peak sanctuary realm. Is this true? Call. Now there is only a short distance, from being promoted to the Saint Venerable realm. My cousin, have I been promoted to the Holy One? My cousin hasn't graduated from Guangming Academy. Could it be that my cousin is going to become the first student in the history of Guangming Academy to graduate from the Saint Venerable realm? Concubine Xiang was muttering to herself, her lips started to tremble involuntarily while she was speaking. Thoughts began to gather, and lips were trembling all over. In fact, not only Xiangfei, everyone was shocked. Even the great uncle Ji Shui Wanren had dull eyes, totally nonsensical. Teacher, then, that keel whale is your monster friend. Tai Shiji licked his lips, took a deep breath and said. Ancient creatures like keel whales are all related to our disciples. My student does have the appearance of a great emperor. Oh. That's my battle pet. Fang Fan nodded, and then said seriously. Uncle Ji. Battle pet? Hiss. Are you sure you're not joking? Can you be a little more stubborn? You are so beautiful, it is very embarrassing to be a teacher. This keel whale has also been directly promoted from the 5-star peak sanctuary to the 8-star peak sanctuary. At this moment, there is only a thin line away from the Holy One. Now the thunder tribulation is in place. Through this thunder disaster, you must be in the holy realm. And this is a keel whale, the future is limitless. If you train it well, you can almost lie down and enter the demigod state in the future. If there is a coincidence, it is not impossible to enter a higher realm. Shui Wanren licked his lips, thinking to himself, his eyes flashed with a different kind of brilliance. What exactly have you experienced in the True God Cave? Uncle Ji wriggled his lips, his eyes full of hope at this moment. Ask Fang Fan about this. Kid Fang Fan has pretended again in the True God Cave. He even accepted a true God as his slave. Bai Piao's mouth was always fast. At this moment, I am yelling again. Cao. Tai Shuja also didn't care about his image, his eyes burst open and his lips twitched violently. Are you sure, are you kidding me? Can we hold on a little bit? Accepting a true God as a God slave? A true God, that F***ck is a true God. Shui Wanren's body trembled slightly, and he almost fell down. At this moment, Shui Wanren and Tai Shuja were supporting each other, and there was an unconcealable shock in their eyes. How awesome! Press it directly, and everything will be cool. Oh shit! Nothing. In the end, it all fell apart. You boy, don't talk to me so much. If you cheat labor and management, believe it or not, I will beat you to death. Tai Shuja's fiery temper instantly came up, and while talking, he couldn't help but stare at Bai Piao with wide eyes. This. What did you lie to you for? What I said is real. That true God is called, the God of Calamity. It seems that some kind of disaster God belongs to God. No. Just that purple flame, what kind of true God is hidden in it? Do not believe. Ah, this. Isn't it? You ask Fang Fan, if I'm going to lie about this matter. It's nothing. Bai Biao rolled his eyes, then shrugged his shoulders with a casual and calm expression. Uncle Ji Shui Wanren first glanced at the ball of purple fireworks, and then couldn't help but focus on Fang Fan. Now the main thing is to prove the authenticity of this matter. Fang Fan Mo's expression. This guy Bai Biao really likes to make trouble for him. This mouth is too big. However, the matter of accepting the god of Dur as God's slave really cannot be faked. Fang Fan nodded silently, his eyes gradually becoming calmer. That's what it is, that's what it is. Seeing Fang Fan nodding, Grand Uncle Ji and Shui Wanren felt a tremor in their hearts. Good guy. This wave really took off. So shocking. Wave. Fully crushed. 2. What the hell, what's the situation? Fang Fan, you, please explain clearly. Gudong. Shui Wanren could no longer maintain his majesty as the deputy palace master, so he could only look at Fang Fan in confusion and shock, and then seek some answers. Although the Uncle Ji on the side didn't speak, his expression was very real. Ah. Actually, it's not as exaggerated as you think. This guy is indeed the god of Dur, but his body, godhead, etc. are long gone. Now there is only a trace of remnant soul left. It's nothing. I don't have much fighting power, so let's keep it for fun. It's not bad for this one anyway. Fang Fan shrugged, then said calmly. Shui Wanren took a deep breath, his gaze slowly became erratic. Raise a real god for fun? Is this what people say? What happened with only a trace of spirit left? That family is also a true god. Shui Wanren suddenly became respectful, and then silently bowed to the purple fireworks. The reverence for the true God has long been engraved in their minds. In this world, the true God is always the greatest. Otherwise, why would those people from the Dark Academy hunt down and kill Fang Fan at all costs after they knew that Fang Fan had defiled their starry night goddess? Even the officials of the Dark Academy have issued arrest warrants, and the rewards are increasing again and again. All this shows the lofty status of the true God in their hearts. Look, everyone. Thunderstorms are beginning to descend. There are usually only 3 ways of thunder calamity in this holy venerable. It's basically enough to survive the 3 holy thunder tribulations. The first holy thunder tribulation will generally reach the 8-star peak sanctuary level. Cao. This is so. The first holy thunder tribulation is the absolute peak holy level. Isn't this certain death? Tai Shiji took a deep breath, and was suddenly shocked. The 8-star peak sanctuary level Tianli was replaced by the peak holy level. There are too many layers to cross. This is just the first thunderstorm. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3402. Although the cultivation of keel whale and Chu Sisi has been guaranteed for a while, but now they are only 8-star peak sanctuary realm. The 8-star peak sanctuary realm collided with the absolute peak saint level sky thunder. What to fight against? Take the head against it? Isn't it good to cool it down in minutes? Even Fang Fan was a little confused at this moment. Could it be implicated with me again? Because he has a close relationship with me, so he was deliberately targeted by this thunder robber. Fang Fan licked his lips, thinking to himself, the light in his eyes grew more and more. Could it be that true God in the endless heavens made a move again? These healing cards. You guys take it first. Fang Fan soared into the air, and each threw 10 healing cards to Keel Whale and Chu Sisi. There is a healing card, as long as they are not instantly killed, at least they can save their lives. Thank you, Lord. The Keel Whale said gratefully. Thank you. Brother Fang Fan. Wait until the senior sister has passed the thunder disaster. Then I will bite you. Chu Sisi glanced at the gnawing mark on Fang Fan's neck, and couldn't help laughing happily. At this moment, this cheerful atmosphere has a strong rendering power. Fang Fan curled his lips and ran away. This woman is getting bolder now. But the immediate danger is also very real. The practitioners of the surrounding universities and colleges suddenly showed reassurance on their faces. As long as the people of Guangming Academy can't survive this holy thunder disaster, it will be fine. Otherwise it's too annoying. That keel whale is an ancient species. Once you pass through the holy thunder tribulation, your future is bound to be limitless. Furthermore, the student of the Guangming Academy, if she was promoted to the Saint Venerable realm while she was studying in the Guangming Academy, it would definitely be an existence that suppressed an era. At that time, the entire Guangming Academy will be restless because of this. Everything is displayed in front of your eyes. The risk factor is also suddenly increasing. It's okay for everyone to call each other brothers and sisters together on weekdays, but when it comes to the critical moment, the situation is different. No one wants you to be comfortable. Your Guangming Institute has become awesome, doesn't it reflect that our schools and colleges are even more rubbish? Similar jealousy, in fact, everyone has. The key is to see who can show more clearly. That's the thing, that's the situation. Overall, it's more realistic. A gathering place for cultivators from the Dark Academy. Wanggu, deputy head of the Dark Academy, breathed a sigh of relief, and the pressure suddenly dissipated. This thunder tribulation came so well. This keel whale must have been brought out from the True God Cave Mansion, and this Chu Sisi must have obtained some special opportunity in the True God Cave Mansion. So as soon as he left the True God Cave, his cultivation was instantly promoted from the 5-star and 6-star sanctuary realm to the 8-star peak sanctuary realm. It's all right now, and there is only a thin line away from the holy venerable realm. At this moment, the thunder calamity of the saint is coming. If it is a very casual thunder calamity of the saint, wouldn't they really be able to spend it at will? At that time, there will be a promising student and an ancient beast keel whale at Guangming Academy. And their dark school has always been the enemy of the bright school, so will the dark school be abolished by then? It can only be said that they really do not have this luck. Hee. In the end, there can only be a dead end. This dead end has actually been paved from the very beginning. Of course I was lucky enough to gain a little in the True God Cave, but so what? Your chance simply cannot afford such a harvest. Why? It's deplorable. Speaking of which, why haven't we seen the students from our Dark Academy come out of the True God Cave? Nothing will happen. Wanggu, deputy head of the Dark Academy, gritted his teeth, and while talking, couldn't help but glanced around several times, and his body trembled slightly. In a few words, it is the purest gesture. Slowly, the whole person became flustered. This feeling is especially appropriate. Everything is in full swing. It is definitely not someone who has strange thoughts now. Yuanqi Academy. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, took a deep breath, and then a cold look appeared on his face. Snored. Such an opportunity, a mere Guangming Academy, cannot bear it. Such thunder calamity is already showing the will of the true God. Even if you get some chances in the True God Cave Mansion by some messy means, so what? In the end, it will still be taken back. In the end, it's nothing but flowers in the mirror and moon in the water. Su Qin, the deputy head of Yuanqi Academy, curled his lips, and then gloated from the side. Black and White Academy. I don't know what kind of opportunity these little brats from Guangming Academy got. Could it be that there is really a supreme treasure left by the true God in it? After eating it, you can skyrocket your cultivation. Interesting. If such a treasure is in the hands of the dean, This Dean may be able to quickly gain a foothold in the demigod realm, and then continue to charge towards a higher realm. The eyes of Chen Tianwei, the Dean of the Black and White Academy, showed greed. At this moment, he was thinking to himself, and the brilliance in his eyes burst out in an all-round way. At this moment, the light of greed swept across Fang Fan and the others viciously, making them salivate. These idiots only know the woman and the monster staring at Du Leiji. As everyone knows, the real core leader of this group of people is actually that Fang Fan. The keel whale called Fang Fan its master, so it is conceivable that this keel whale is Fang Fan's pet in battle. Being able to collect the keel whale as a battle pet shows that this Fang Fan will only gain more in the True God Cave Mansion. There is also that female student from Guangming Academy, who seems to be hooking up with this Fang Fan, at least the relationship is very unclear. Tisk. Looking at it this way, it's getting more and more interesting. Not bad. Very good. Chen Tianwei, the Dean of the Black and White Academy, had a bright spot. He had found a breakthrough point. The pets and women attached to this Fang Fan can get such a chance, then Fang Fan will only get more treasures. This kid is now a treasure trove. Before other people pay attention to this kid, you must keep an eye on him. Wait until the right time, kill him little by little, and take all the treasures from him. At that time, the Dean will be the biggest winner. Call. Everything. Explode. Chen Tianwei licked his lips, and then let out a breath of foul air, feeling a little turbulent. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3403. He felt that he had found the wealth code. He sees through everyone coming. If you can't handle the first wave, you don't need to carry out the rest. If this first wave lasts, maybe there is still a little hope. Tai Shuja glanced at Yuan Kong, and then sighed softly. His facial expression changed very realistically. In a few words, it is the purest gesture. The sky thunder of the supreme holy level. Except for us old guys, even those first level tutors and super tutors in Guangming Academy can't bear it. This is clearly a dead end. Call. Shui Wanren, deputy head of Guangming Academy, gritted his teeth, and then couldn't help but sighed softly, with a look of helplessness on his face. He wanted to do something, but the current situation really didn't allow it. The situation is bad. Father. You can't just watch something happen to my cousin. You save my cousin. Father. Concubine Xiang immediately became anxious, and while talking, her lips could not help but purse slightly, and her breathing gradually became extremely rapid as she spoke. Save. I want to save. But the current situation doesn't allow. The starting Tianli are all at the Supreme Saint level. If I forcefully intervene, the level of this Tianli will definitely increase rapidly. If it really comes to that time, it will really be over. All the roads are blocked. Call. Who knows what it will look like by then? The murmuring came immediately, and Shui Wanren smiled wryly, his face full of helplessness. As long as there is a way, he is naturally unwilling to give up. But at the moment, he really didn't know what to do. Then we can only watch my cousin being attacked by the thunder. No. It shouldn't be like this. Concubine Xiang showed grief on her face, and then glanced around with confused eyes. Don't worry. Maybe things are far from that level. Wait for the follow-up development. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes secretly, and then glanced at the two crazy and restless thunder clusters in the sky, and a look of thought appeared on his face. He has personally seen the defense of the keel whale, and it is extremely powerful. It shouldn't be a big problem to resist the first thunder tribulation. As for Chu Ceci, after all, she has accepted the inheritance of the god of calamity, so she should have some backup. It will never be completely cut off. Fang Fan licked his lips, thinking to himself, then subconsciously nodded. All kinds of thinking still seem more appropriate. Rumbling. The first heavenly thunder of the supreme holy level fell. The absolute peak saint level sky thunder is hundreds of feet long. The attack came in an instant, and it produced an extremely strong sense of oppression. In an instant, it was terrifying. In a few words, my mentality collapsed in an instant. The feeling gradually became stronger. Click. The sky thunder struck the back of the keel whale Hate, and immediately left a series of dark marks on the dragon scales on his body. Boom. The body of the keel whale Hate began to retreat rapidly, fell into mid-air, braked the car abruptly, and then began to soar into the air rapidly. The heavenly thunder of the supreme holy level only caused him a slight trauma. So scary. This defensive ability is enough to be called a miracle. The whole audience immediately followed in amazement. Everyone marveled at the invincible defense of the keel whale. As for Chu Ceci, who was going through the catastrophe at the same time, she seemed not so strong. The sky thunder with a radius of hundreds of feet directly wrapped her entire body completely. Packaged tightly, nothing was missed. Ah! A shrill female voice came, followed by a huge hole in the ground. Chu Ceci, who was burnt all over, was directly thrown into the huge pit, and there was no good meat in her body. Everyone looked sideways at the past, more or less nervous at the moment. In case something unexpected happens, it will be really cold. It is not impossible to be killed instantly by being hit by the thunder of the Supreme Saint level. Cough. Cough cough cough. Gradually, coughing sounds came from the huge pit, followed by a dark figure appearing in front of everyone. Call. Chu Ceci lay flat on the ground, tremblingly took out a healing card, and only after the white light of the healing card entered his body did he slowly relax. Those painful feelings before were really too high. It was as if he wanted to directly destroy his body completely. That feeling is infinitely stinging and crazy. This is only the first thunder of the Holy Thunder Tribulation. Then there will be a second and a third thunder. If things go on like this, won't it be even colder? Thinking about it this way, my mind exploded. The mentality is split in an instant. Chu Ceci's lips were trembling, her eyes were wandering, and she was deeply touched. For the first time, she felt extreme fear. When facing death truly, how could it be so calm? Why? There are still many things that have not been done. Pity. Haven't said goodbye to that bad guy yet. It's over, it's over. Perhaps, this is my fate. The inheritance of the god of disaster is indeed a good thing. I can only rely on my aptitude and there is no way to bear it. When you can't bear it, you will naturally have to die. Everything, silence. Chu Ceci raised her head and looked up at the sky, looking at the thunder clusters that kept gathering thunderclaps, she smiled helplessly. Then her eyes turned to the familiar figure not far away. Pity. I can't bite you anymore. The audience felt a great sensation. Dark School. They didn't even die. We carried them all over. That is the sky thunder of the supreme holy level. If this keel whale and that woman don't die, they will definitely be a serious problem for our Dark Academy in the future. Death. Must die. You must not be merciful. Wang-gu, the deputy head of the Dark School, gritted his teeth, and then infinite murderous intentions emerged in his heart. Yuanqi Academy. That female student from the Guangming Academy probably won't survive, the first thunder struck hard enough. But that keel whale's defense is too strong, maybe it can resist the 3 holy thunders. If this is the case, the risk factor will be great. Once the keel whale survives the holy thunder disaster, it is very likely to be promoted to the demigod realm in the future. With its super strong defense, Once, once promoted to the demigod realm, I am afraid that few demigods will be able to restrain him. This is also a threat to our Yuanqi Academy. It seems that you still can't be careless. Su Qin, the deputy head of the Yuanqi Academy, murmured to himself, plotting to murder. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3404. Black and White Academy. It seems that my guess is correct. In the True God Cave, this group of people really got a lot of treasures. Under normal circumstances, how could that female student from Guangming Academy be able to withstand the Sanctuary Thunder Tribulation? But this time I held it? Hee. There are indeed many problems here. Interesting, indeed interesting. It seems that they have gained more in the True God Cave than I imagined. Then you will keep it for me for a while, and in the end, it will all belong to the Dean. Chen Tianwei, the Dean of the Black and White Academy, rubbed his hands, full of excitement. Let it all explode. Why? Sisi, this girl's fighting ability is not bad. But resisting the first thunderbolt is useless. There are even stronger second and third paths. This first delay Sisi is already unbearable. Next, I'm afraid. Shui Wanren sighed softly, and didn't say the next words directly, but the meaning he wanted to express was already very appropriate. I understand everything. It's just that sometimes I still don't want to say it so bluntly. Comparatively speaking, that keel whale is worthy of being an ancient beast, and its defensive power is indeed extraordinary. The heavenly thunder of the supreme holy level fell on him, and it didn't even hit him hard. Tai Shiji looked up and was quite shocked. The second thunder. It's about to take shape. Really? Transformed. Transforming into the supreme thunder dragon. This is the demigod realm, strong demigod level strength. Hiss. Even if it's me. It's also difficult to resist the bombardment of the powerful demigod level sky thunder. This is too outrageous. This is the second way. Then the third way, isn't it going to defy the sky directly? Shui Wanren, deputy head of the Guangming Academy, swallowed a mouthful of saliva. At this moment, he didn't want to say anything anymore, and his whole body fell into a kind of extreme shock. It is difficult to express this emotion clearly in a few words. Very complicated. Defying the sky, I'm afraid it's inevitable. But if you can't handle the second one, where's the third one? Pity. Bai Biao shrugged, then sighed from the side. Brother Bai Biao, actually, you can still save. Brother Bai Biao, your martial arts are unparalleled and your combat power is unparalleled. Brother Bai Biao, you help the world, you are unparalleled. Brother Bai Biao, if you help me, everything will turn around. Brother Bai Biao, you are the bone of thunder. The soul of heaven. Fang Fan focused his eyes on Bai Biao, and while talking, the gleam in his eyes became more and more intense. Gradually, the corners of the mouth rose slightly, and thoughts were also gathering in an all-round way. Interesting, this is very interesting. Willpower is gradually opened up. Everything is in full swing. Such feelings cannot be expressed. Hearing Fang Fan's compliments, Bai Biao retreated subconsciously. He has been cheated too many times, and now he has experience. When something goes wrong, there must be a demon. How could Fang Fan say such sour words under normal circumstances? Absolutely, what crooked idea did this kid come up with again? Don't put a high hat on me. I don't admit it. It's nothing. Bai Biao pouted, then shrugged. In terms of feeling, gradually calm down. Brother Bai Biao, only you can do this. You fly into the air, block President Chu Sisi's second thunder, and absorb most of the energy, so President Chu Sisi's second thunder. In this way, she has a chance. Everything about Tianli has always been your patent, brother Bai Piao. Brother Bai Piao's ability in controlling thunder is beyond the reach of others. While talking, Fang Fan nodded in agreement. Say what sounds nice, and it is very real at this moment. Inside and out, that's probably the case. Really? Boy Fang Fan, I have groped you thoroughly. I knew you were up to no good. You want me to fight the second thunder? That's a powerful demigod level thunder. The deputy palace master can't even handle it, our master will be bombarded into scum. You let me go. Grass. How much do you think highly of me? Bai Piao rolled his eyes, he was speechless at the moment. Also, even if the second thunder is resisted, what about the third one? It's nothing, it doesn't make any sense. Bai Piao retreated, this guy wanted to get away. As long as the second thunder is blocked, the third thunder is absolutely fine. I can assure you that I can absolutely resist the third thunder. Now you just need to help President Chu Ceci resist part of the energy of the second thunder. Fang Fan looked at Bai Piao with burning eyes, he really wanted to talk. If we have something to say, let's make it clear to each other, so there is no need to talk about what is there and what is not. But Bai Piao never cooperates. Fang Fan sighed helplessly, and in the end he could only implement the strategy of first villain and then gentleman. Sometimes it is really helpless. Don't do it. I won't do it. If you beat me to death, I won't do it. Although I am immune to lightning, but today's thunder is too strong, if it falls on me, I will die of pain. Oh shit. When I was rampant in the thunder formation of the disaster god's underground palace, it almost killed me. I have a shadow, I quit. Bai Piao quickly shook his head, then sighed. Oh. I heard President Chu Ceci say a few words before, if anyone can save her life at a critical moment, the bones she collected will be given to him. Why? Chairman Chu Ceci has accumulated quite a lot of bones. It's worth hundreds of thousands of high-grade star cores, right? I thought I had cheated brother Bai Piao too many times before, so this time I wanted to give some compensation or something, but if brother Bai Piao doesn't want it, forget it. I just happen to be able to make some money. Fang Fan nodded, and then said seriously. Fang Fan is too familiar with Bai Piao. Fang Fan knows everything about this guy. This guy is closer to seeing the star core than seeing his own mother. Hundreds of thousands of top-grade star cores. God bone. Gudong. Bai Piao's eyes lit up, and he immediately felt relieved. Good guy. Good chance. If you say this, you really won't be sleepy. This thing is really exciting. Invisibly, it is really exciting. For hundreds of thousands of high-grade star cores, it is nothing to be struck by lightning a few times, right? Boy Fang Fan, I suspect that you are fooling me. Can you represent Chu Ceci? When the time comes, can she really give me all those god bones? Are you sure? Bai Piao is making the final confirmation. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3405. Certainly. Children are not deceived. I can still be sure of this. Fang Fan shrugged, then said calmly. For now, let Bai Piao go up and talk about it. As for the others, they are nothing. Cough. Then let's do it. Oh shit. For the god bone. I will fight. Fang Fan boy. Remember me. Don't forget my god bone. Just do it. Bai Piao roared, and then his body jumped into the air, and he flew straight towards the thunder ball above Chu Ceci's head. Everyone. What the hell is going crazy? So crazy? What is this trying to do? Do you dare to take it easy? This risk factor is increasing dramatically. I see AO. It swept over in minutes. Quick, look at that man. Awesome. What the hell is he doing? I don't quite understand it. He rushed straight into the Thunder group. Is this a real warrior? A real warrior dares to face up to the dripping blood, dare to face up to the bleak life. This is so unacceptable. He is too strong. Ah. Crush directly. Such a strong momentum. Nairobi. I've taken it, I've taken it. I don't need to say anything else, just pray silently in my heart. Who the hell is this person? I thought that keel whale was already invincible, but I didn't expect this guy to be braver than the keel whale. Bai Biao's wave of operations is indeed eye-catching. At this moment, the exclamations around gradually increased. Their eyes widened, and their breathing became extremely rapid. I can't stand it, I really can't stand it. My brain is buzzing imperceptibly. This feeling, take off directly. Fang Fan. This. What did Bai Biao bastard do? You guys were muttering to the side just now, what did you say? Tai Shuja was stunned for a moment. At this moment he felt as if he had a dream. Now this dream is finally about to wake up. Until now, it still doesn't make sense. At this moment, not only Tai Shuja has this idea, but other people are also quite similar, and basically they all look dumbfounded. Brother Bai Biao said, he thinks this thunder is hateful, and he is going to pick this thunder. Fang Fan shrugged, and then said seriously. Choose Tianli. Challenge Tianli. Isn't this the old birthday star who eats arsenic? Doesn't he think his life is too long? No. No. Based on my understanding of this guy, Bai Biao, this guy is not as strong yet. There must be something wrong here. Teacher, you have to tell the truth. Did you trick Bai Biao? I don't care about how you fight on weekdays, but this situation is different. That's thunder. It's heavenly thunder. Is this something you can joke about? Hey. Uncle G suddenly looked anxious. Once this surging sky thunder falls, it will really be over. The situation will be bloody. At the moment of death, there will be a strong sense of oppression. Cough. It's not a big problem. Master, don't worry, you also know that Bai Biao cherishes his life the most. If he is not sure, would he do such a thing? So, don't worry at all. At this time, just hang on. Fang Fan shrugged, and then said seriously. This. Why? I know this kid's defense is very strong, but this is Tianli. No matter how strong his defense is, what can he do under the pressure of Tianli? Call. This second thunder has reached the level of a strong demigod. I don't believe he can take it. Tai Shiji's face became calm for a while. On weekdays, he acts like no one else in liking Bai Biao, but the palms and backs of his hands are full of flesh. On weekdays, I call master one by one, but I really don't feel anything in my heart. This is not necessarily. It's just that sometimes I learn to hide. But what if you can't hide it? This thunder. Too dangerous. What kind of outrageous things did you guys do in the true God's cave, and then provoke such a powerful Holy Lord thunder tribulation? The corner of Shui Wanren's mouth twitched, the deputy head of Guangming Academy, still in an ignorant posture at the moment. When Shui Wanren was talking, he couldn't help but glance at the purple fireworks beside him. There is still the soul of the true God in it. According to what Bai Biao said before, Fang Fan has accepted the true God as his slave, so what else is he afraid to do? I'm afraid that no matter what, I've already done it to the end. So crazy. The back waves of the Yangtze River beat the front waves, and the front waves were shot to death on the beach. Shui Wanren had to admit that he was indeed old. This era no longer belongs to them. These old fellows couldn't even enter the true God cave, which already explained the problem. This is the era of Tianxiao. An era of suppression. Suppress Hangwu. In the future, there may be more to look forward to. Shui Wanren's eyes flickered with a different kind of brilliance. At this moment, thoughts are also running wildly. He suddenly had a premonition that perhaps both the keel whale and his niece Chu Ceci would be able to survive the Holy Thunder disaster. It was indeed impossible at first, but with Fang Fan's interference, everything seemed possible. This kind of complicated feeling is simply too real. Everything. Take off. In the land of the gods, a certain city inhabited by the gods. At this moment, they looked up at the two huge thunder clusters in the sky, with ecstasy on their faces. The god ancestor has appeared. They are punishing those intruders. Heavenly thunder descends into the world. Kill those intruders. Kill. 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 Kill them. In the city, countless Protoss people began to celebrate this wonderful moment individually. Rumbling. The thunder dragon transformed by the second thunder has already begun to condense. The thunder group above Chu Ceci's head looked even more irritable at the moment. The condensed thunder dragon opened its blue eyes to look at Bai Piao, the unexpected visitor. The bastard! How dare you stand in his way? Asshole! Asshole! Die! Roar! Thunder dragon roared, and then crazily launched an attack towards Bai Piao. Boom! Boom! Rumbling! Attack, implement again and again. Attack, become crazy again and again. Scene. It exploded instantly. Grass. What the hell am I? I vomit. I really vomit. I cannot stand it anymore. Ah, it hurts. The old bones of labor and capital are about to fall apart. Fang fanboy. Labor and capital have been tricked by you again. If you dare to deceive Laozi again, Laozi will tear down your ribs to make up for it. Ah. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3406. In the air, amidst the thunderstorm, Bai Piao began to grin his teeth. Mentality burst instantly. That kind of pain is so painful. Minutes, directly shattered. At this moment, I just want to smash the wall, the rest is nothing, really, I can't collapse. Almost spit out a mouthful of old blood. Feeling bloody. Although Bai Piao yelled a few times from time to time, no one laughed at them. Instead, they all stared at this wonderful scene with wide-eyed eyes. So exciting. The excitement is at home. Awesome, coaxing and beating all dissatisfied. This, just went crazy, okay. Is there such an awesome existence? Awesome class. In a few words, I can't speak. Nothing. Just calm down mentally. This guy was swimming in the thunder group of the Holy Lord Thunder Tribulation, and he was not blown into pieces. My CAO. And did he fight with that powerful demigod-level thunder dragon in the thunder group? Damn it, where the hell is this boss? I can't take it anymore. I wipe. I can't take it. I really can't take it. Is this the world of the boss? The gap between me and the boss is so huge. Ah. I can't take it, I can't take it. The mentality is broken. It's cool, it's cold, it's nothing. Just, that's what happened. It's useless, it's really useless. Strange, so weird. Hold on. Why are all the students from this Guangming Academy evildoers? What if Chu Ceci is from the Guangming Academy? After coming out of the True God Cave, the cultivation base of the 6-star Peak Sanctuary has been guaranteed to the 8-star Peak Sanctuary, and now he is going through such a monstrous holy thunder. Then this unremarkable guy is even more awesome. He can cross the thunder group, and he can directly fight with the powerful demigod-level thunder dragon. Don't listen to this guy screaming so miserable, but he didn't leave too many injuries from the beginning to the end. This is the most embarrassing. Boss. Maybe this is the boss. I don't understand, I really don't understand. Abolished to the end. Tisk, it's very interesting to look at. Anyway, this trip to the True God's Cave, Guangming Academy is definitely the most dazzling. Chu Sisi's second thunder was held by Bai Biao, so he couldn't hit it for a while. But the second thunder from Keel Whale hit has suddenly landed. Boom. There was a loud noise, and the surrounding world changed color. Immediately, a sky blue thunder dragon fell from the sky, and the sound of dragon chants resounded throughout the world. Invisibly, people can feel the extremely strong oppressive force. The Keel Whale hide hovered in mid-air, and then directly charged towards the demigod thunder dragon. Boom. Boom. Once again there was a loud noise, and the dragon scales on the Keel Whale hate's body began to burst instantly, and then the flesh and blood began to leave the body. Ah! The Keel Whale let out a stern roar, and its huge body began to disintegrate on its own. Immediately, his body became smaller and smaller. At this moment, he has been crushed to the extreme. Boom! The body of the Keel Whale hide fell to the ground, and a huge pit symbolically appeared on the ground. Around, pieces of minced meat fell to the ground. The scene looked particularly bloody. In the air, a strong smell of blood is gathering all over the place. The Keel Whale was directly injured. If the intensity of the sky thunder had been a little stronger, he would have been smashed to pieces in an instant. Roar! Ho 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 ho! The Keel Whale let out a weak roar, and the arrogance around it was disappearing little by little. The Keel Whale, who was in a weak state, was in extreme pain even moving his body at this moment. My lord, the Lord gave me a healing card before. Also, I don't know if it's useful. Cough. The Keel Whale snapped out a mouthful of flesh with internal organs, and its ultimate defense had been completely destroyed. An unconcealable pain hit, and the Keel Whale suddenly softened. Everything is followed by a complete silence. Feeling, very real. Use. Keel Whale hide numbly took out a healing card, and then used it in his heart. For him, he simply wanted to relieve a little pain. The road ahead is still a blur. My flesh and blood. Grow out. Even, recovery. How can this be? Hiss. Keel Whale hide trembled his lips, and there was an unconcealable surprise on his face at this moment. Slowly, the whole person became flustered. In a few words, it is the best gesture. Everything is in full swing. It feels so real. My lord's healing card is too strong. Keel Whale hide couldn't help jumping up, his physical recovery brought him more confidence. At this moment, I was excitedly moving around, and the feeling was very real. But when he saw the third sky thunder gathering in the sky, he fell silent for an instant. The second thunder almost killed him instantly. The third thunder will be even stronger. What? How can he bear it? He wanted to break through the shackles countless times, wanted to break out of the disaster god's underground palace, but after breaking out, is this the scene he ushered in? At this moment, there is only infinite sadness in my heart. As for the rest, I don't want to say anything, it's nothing. The grief deep in my heart cannot be expressed simply in a few words. Why? I was imprisoned for millions of years. It's been less than an hour since you came out, is it over? Is my life destined to be so short? My God. Hide, don't accept it. I don't accept it. Ah. Hide gritted his teeth, and his whole body was full of arrogance. He is unwilling. I am never willing to give in to this. But in this situation, what if you don't give in? What awaits him is death and another death. Such feelings swept through my heart, and I felt a sense of coldness inexplicably. Moran's eyes swept around. At this moment, it was nothing. Finish. The end is the best state of the moment. Master. Why? It's a pity to waste such a good healing card of yours. I should have had a better future. My lord, I also know that you are very weak at the moment. But your talent and luck amaze me. The future is limitless. It's a pity that I, Hyde, can't accompany you. Although there is only such a short time between us, the master-servant friendship is very precious. If there is a next life, I, Hyde, would still be your pet in battle. As for this life, I'm afraid it won't work. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 3407. Keel Whale Height gritted his teeth, and then couldn't help but let out a soft sigh, his eyebrows raised sharply, and his mentality was also fully compressed. The feeling of silence deep in my heart struck, and I seemed very lonely. At this moment, Fang Fan looked in the direction of the Keel Whale Height, but he didn't feel worried at all, but a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. If you have survived the first 2 thunderstorms, you have won. As for the third thunder, Fang Fan has a way to get through it for him. Now the key depends on whether Chu Sisi can bear it. In the air, Bai Biao was still moving around in the thunder group, still fighting wits and courage with that powerful demigod thunder dragon. Still never gave up hope. Bloody battle. Bloody battle to the end. In the course of the battle, what followed was Bai Biao's continuous and comprehensive complaints. This is too difficult. I don't know how many times Bai Biao's body has been blackened by the thunder and lightning spouted by Thunder Dragon, but every time, Bai Biao can make a comeback. In the beginning, this Thunder Dragon could still absorb the lightning energy from the Thunder group, but gradually, this road was directly blocked. Because no matter how much lightning energy there is in the Thunder group, it is limited. After that, it was consumed again and again, and the energy was almost exhausted, and there was still room for the evolution of the third thunder. Soon, the energy of the powerful demigod-level thunder form was too short, and its cultivation began to drop. Strong demigod level, falling to weak demigod level. Weak demigod level, and drop to quasi-demigod level. Grass. Keep going. Come. Oh shit. Keep going. Labor and capital hurt to death. Day. If this goes on like this, I will really be hurt to death. This is a business for a son of a bitch. Labor and management will never do it again. Fang Fan. Don't be a son of man. Bai Biao gritted his teeth, and then the posture of gnashing his teeth was fully displayed. For the soul. He is too difficult. Although it is said that he has the 6th class thunder god and can be immune to all thunder and lightning, but so what? Nothing. This pain has always been so real. Can't bear it. Really can't stand it? Mentality exploded in an instant. Wouldn't it be better to split it directly? This thought is completely splitting. When the pain hits, it will only curl up for a while. I cannot stand it anymore. The rest is up to you. Grass. Why does Fang Fan's lover have to be rescued by the envoy every time? Bai Biao looked at Chu Sisi, then couldn't help but rolled his eyes and said. Chu Sisi gritted her teeth and looked at all this in a daze. After hearing Bai Biao's words, his complexion turned red immediately. Spit. What are they talking about? How did I, Chu Sisi, become his Fang Fan's lover? But what's the matter with the excitement that suddenly surged in my heart? Oh my god. What messed up things are I thinking in my head? Ah! What a shame. Chu Ceci bit her red lips, her eyes couldn't help but become erratic. Her eyes looked at the extremely weakened version of Thunder Dragon, which was even weaker than the first Thunder. Boom! The extremely weakened version of Thunder Dragon swooped down from the air, and then collided with Chu Ceci. Infinite energy suddenly emerged around. But it was never nothing. Chu Ceci just suffered a wave of injuries again, and after using a healing card, all of them recovered, and she was in the original state of being alive and kicking. The Holy Thunder Tribulation, the second strong demigod level Sky Thunder, the Keel Whale Hate and Chu Ceci all survived. The whole audience went into a commotion. This is simply not too shocking. This feeling burst out instantly. A wave of direct full-scale thrusts. Feelings are also fully emerging. A powerful demigod level Sky Thunder. This is a strong demigod level. Why does it still look so weak? What the hell is going on here? The sense of treachery increased more and more. At this moment, he looked around in confusion, not knowing what to say. Mumbling to himself, but speechless, nothing. Oh shit. Magical realism. Now this strong demigod level Sky Thunder is so rubbish. Not one died. And did the young man see it just now? Just, the one from the Guangming Academy, CAO. I rushed directly into the Thunder group and fought against Tianli. Weakened Tianli by forcefully relying on my own strength. Call. Scary. Is Tianli so weak now? What kind of monsters and ghosts are these? Is Guangming Academy so awesome? Anyway, this wave has witnessed history, and we can go bragging in the future. The first man who rushed into the Thunder group. Find him for me. Find him for me. I am CAO. If I am going to cross the catastrophe in the future, I will pull this man. I am still afraid of a thunder with a hammer. Just let him block me in front. I'll go. Why didn't I think of this? This is awesome. This is fine. The surrounding shouts gradually increased. Sweeping over in all directions, the feeling is especially deep. Bai Piao returned to the team cursing, her blood eyes fixed on Fang Fan. Fang Fan boy. Your little lover is saved. What the hell can you do other than trick me? Why do you say you have so many little lovers? I have to save them one by one. The next time something like this happens again, I won't go to kill Laozi. Damn, now I feel like my nerves are paralyzed all over my body. I see the shadow of Tianli now. Bai Piao gritted her teeth, and couldn't help complaining all over the place. Asshole. What the hell? Turtle son, it's too difficult. Mentality directly collapsed to the end. Cough. Brother Bai Piao's skill is unmatched. Take a good rest. Fang Fan shrugged, then smiled. Brother Bai Piao, you became famous in this battle. I'll go. I went out for a walk just now, and they were all talking about you, and many girls are asking me about you. Gisha walked over from the side, and then sighed. Is there a girl asking about me? Real or fake? Don't fool me. Bai Piao immediately regained his energy. He was not sleepy at all, he was full of energy. Of course, can this be false? Gui Sha vowed. Then what did you say? Let them come over, make friends or something. Bai Piao said passionately. For it. At that time, I said that you and brother Fang Fan fell in love and killed each other, and then these girls left separately, and they still looked disgusted before they left. I don't know what's wrong. Gui Sha is serious. Bai Piao. The reputation of labor and capital has been ruined by you. You said labor and management are gay. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3408. You are too unreliable. A bunch of cheaters. Bai Piao rolled his eyes, and couldn't help complaining from the side. Not one of them knows what I mean. The second thunderbolt passed through narrowly. But this third thunderstorm is the most difficult. Call. I can see that the keel whale has reached its limit. Not to mention Sisi. Bai Piao, your physique is quite special, you can actually ignore the sky thunder. I don't know if you can resist the third thunder. Shui Wanren, deputy head of Guangming Academy, couldn't help but focus on Bai Piao. Looking at it now, it seems that only Bai Piao has the ability to resist the sky thunder. If this is the case, who else can you look at if you don't look at Bai Piao? Others, you can't count on this, it's nothing. The third thunder. Wipe. Deputy Palace Master. What do you mean by that? I'm going. Don't you still want me to wipe. You can't do that. Deputy Palace Master, what the hell, take it easy. My mentality is bleeding. Cool and moonlight, play with the chicken. Deputy Palace Master. I quit. I won't do it no matter how many star cores are given. Even if you strangle me, I won't do it. Bai Piao immediately began to lie flat. The shadow of the lightning strike just now is still gathering in my mind, and my whole body is still trembling slightly. What the hell, play with the hammer. Nothing. If you keep on going, your brain will really burst. This feeling is so humming real. For it. Student Bai Piao. Shui Wanren opened his mouth, wanting to say something more, but sighed secretly. Do unto others, do not impose on others. At least there are traces of this second thunder, which is almost a strong demigod level. But this third thunder is simply unpredictable. But one thing is certain, that is, this third thunder has absolutely, definitely surpassed the demigod level. Above the demigod level. False god. Quasi-god. Or the real god. The illusory levels give people a strong sense of oppression invisibly. Why? Is it still going to fall short in the end? Everyone is waiting to see the jokes of our Guangming Academy. Why? My Guangming Academy has indeed obtained the most opportunities in the True God Cave Mansion this time. But equal to opportunity is danger. With such a danger in front of us, how should we deal with it? It's nothing but nothing. It's nothing but nothing. In front of this supreme divine thunder, the manpower is too weak. We can't do anything. Sorrowful. Kong is sad. Grand Uncle G gritted his teeth, and couldn't help feeling deeply from the sidelines. At this moment, the gleam in his eyes grew more and more as he spoke. Feelings are gradually becoming more appropriate. Many things appeared in front of my eyes, but disappeared in an instant. After working so hard for so long, if you still fail, you will feel extremely disappointed. Fine. I just said, the third thunderstorm, I will help them get through it. Fang Fan shrugged, then said calmly. Without the diamond, Fang Fan wouldn't be able to take on the porcelain job. Now that he has said all the words, it can only show that Fang Fan really has this confidence. It's time to let that card play. Fortunately, I spent a few more rounds in the card auction system before, and saved a few cards of this kind. Fang Fan muttered to himself, and two blue cards naturally appeared in his hand. Holy Venerable Thunder Tribulation Exemption Card, you can be exempted from the Holy Venerable Lightning Tribulation once. The base price of the auction is 500,000 high-grade star cores. Each increase in price must not be less than 10,000 high-grade star cores. One buy price is 1 million high-grade star cores. Fang Fan has used the Sanctuary Thunder Tribulation Exemption card many times before. Including the little golden dragon, the hell three-headed dog, the mythical beast Kunpeng, and the little Liuli used it when they crossed the catastrophe. The price of the Sanctuary Thunder Tribulation Exemption card is 10 billion low-grade star cores, that is, 100 high-grade star cores, and the price is very cheap. Of course, the Sanctuary Lightning Tribulation waiver card is for Sanctuary level Thunder Tribulation. And at this moment, what Fang Fan took out was the Holy Venerable Thunder Tribulation exemption card. The target is naturally the Thunder Tribulation of the Saint level. You can unconditionally exempt from the Holy Thunder Tribulation once. Although this thing is easy to use, the price is also tingling. The starting price was 500,000 top-grade star cores, and the one-buy price went directly to 1 million top-grade star cores. Fang Fan would definitely not be able to produce such a star core before entering the True God Cave. That is to say, after completing the task of finding 100 pieces of the God Stone, he was rewarded with 1 million top-grade star cores, plus the God Stone was worth 100 God Stone fragments, that is, 1 million top-grade star cores. After throwing out 2 million high-grade star cores, it was considered to have some effect. It's really not realistic to say that there is no feeling at all. With the facts in front of his eyes, his brain was buzzing unconsciously. This feeling is very real. With a slight sigh, the corners of his mouth could not help but twitch slightly. Fang Fan let out a breath. Although he felt pain in his flesh at the moment, he still chose to bid for these two Holy Lord Thunder Tribulation exemption cards without hesitation. The star core can still be earned. If this person is gone, he will really be gone. That keel whale was originally his pet in battle. He survived the Holy Thunder and became stronger. For Fang Fan, it is naturally a good thing. As for Chu Cixi, on the one hand, because she is Xiang Fei's cousin and the niece of Fang Fan's cheap father-in-law Shui Wanren, Fang Fan should help. On the other hand, Fang Fan did have some unclear ties to her before. What's more, Chu Cixi has also obtained the inheritance of the God of Calamity, and her future is limitless. I invested 1 million high-grade star cores in you, and I will have to return at least 100 million in the future. Fang Fan nodded silently, thinking to himself. The smile on his face increased. This is very interesting. You help them. How to help? Teacher, you can't do stupid things. I know you value love and loyalty, and you've been thinking about Cixi, a girl, but this kind of thing can't be messed up. This is the Sky Thunder, and this third Sky Thunder is an existence beyond the demigod realm. Look at Bai Biao, he doesn't dare to attack with such a strong defense, let alone you. Don't get emotional. Uncle Ji grabbed Fang Fan's arm, and immediately followed to dissuade him. He was really afraid that Fang Fan would do something stupid. Now this situation is too strict. If you are not careful, you will be coerced into the thunder calamity. It is not an exaggeration to say that this is a peerless thunder disaster that is rarely seen in 10,000 years. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Xu Yu. Chapter 3409. Beyond the demigod level, to some extent, it is equivalent to surpassing the limit they can understand. The more I think about it, the more shocking I get. The more I think about it, the more bald I become. The more you think about it, the more explosive your thinking becomes. In a few words, I can't explain clearly. Everything is in the most real state. All ideas are being crushed in an all-round way. Others, needless to say. Husband. You can't have anything. Otherwise I won't live. I can't lose my cousin and you at the same time. Concubine Xiang bit her red lips, tears already appeared in her eyes. While speaking, his body trembled slightly, his lips murmured, and his eyes gradually drifted to the extreme. Mentally, I really can't hold back. In terms of feeling, it is also bursting out in an all-round way. I can't stand it, I really can't stand it. Do not worry. It's not as dangerous as you think. Fang Fan smiled wryly, and he couldn't say clearly about the Holy Lord's Thunder Tribulation exemption card for a while. Why? I said, what are you crying about? It's impossible for Fang Fan to put himself in danger. Since he has said that, it can only show one thing, he has already thought of a way out. Good guy. It turns out that you already knew how to hold back the thunder. Then you still keep fooling me to go up to resist thunder with human flesh. Wipe. Fang Fan boy. You are so humming useless. Bastard. You bastard. How can you do it? Fang Fan boy, how dare you? This envoy was tricked by you again. Bai Biao realized later, and while talking at the moment, couldn't help but stare at Fang Fan. This mentality instantly collapsed. Can't hold on, this is really can't hold on. In a few words, say a chicken. Mentality burst instantly. The brain is also constantly expanding. After all, isn't that the case? It feels so realistic. There were bursts of chattering sounds in his ears, and Fang Fan subconsciously helped his swollen and painful head. Teacher, is it really as Bai Biao said? Are you sure enough? This is the sky thunder that surpasses the demigod. Where did your confidence come from? The Grand Uncle Ji on the side frowned, his expression was particularly complicated when he saw Tian Li who had overshadowed the world for a day. There is more or less something in my heart. In terms of feeling, it gradually became more appropriate. Uncle Ji felt that if he went up and was rubbed by the thunder that day, he might die. Shui Wanren, deputy head of Guangming Academy, also looked at Fang Fan curiously. For it. It's mainly his credit. Fang Fan pondered for a moment, then pointed to the purple fireworks beside him. The god of viewer in the purple fireworks is very confused at the moment. Does this have anything to do with me having a hammer? Owner. The god of viewer wants to express his meaning in all aspects. Although he used to be a true god, but now he is only in the state of a remnant soul. To put it bluntly, he is just a good for nothing. He is nothing now? Shut up. Fang Fan glared at the god of viewer, then scolded, and then began to make up a few things. Although this guy has only a trace of remnant soul now, he was once a true god after all. There is still a way to deal with this thunder. Don't worry, just take a good look at it later, make sure nothing goes wrong. Fang Fan nodded, and immediately blamed the god of disaster. At this moment, the god of viewer, who was surrounded by purple fireworks, was speechless. This has something to do with his hammer. That's thunder. Not to mention his current remnant soul state, even in his heyday, he couldn't be easily controlled. Is this pretending a little too big? In this aspect, it is indeed a bit unbearable. The mentality exploded in an instant, and he was playing a dick. For it. It turned out to be like this. No wonder you have been so calm. Call. If that's the case, I'm relieved. I'm afraid that something unexpected will happen. At that time, how will I explain to Ceci's parents? Shui Wanren, deputy head of the Guangming Academy, nodded silently. At this moment, he was relieved, and his eyes could not help but glance towards Yuan Kong, full of anticipation. If he really survived the Holy Thunder Tribulation, then the future will be bright. Husband, you are amazing. Concubine Xiang smiled through her tears, with joy on her face at this moment. She stood on tiptoe and couldn't help giving Fang Fan a sweet kiss on the cheek. The atmosphere instantly became sweeter. The corner of Shui Wanren's mouth twitched, his face was not as dark as it was before, but his heart gradually became much quieter. It's really not bad to have such a capable son-in-law. At least this heart was slowly relieved. My heart gradually became more magnanimous. Grass. Boy Fang Fan, you really did hide something. Then what do you mean by asking me to go to the Thunder group to fight against the Thunder? Bai Piao took a deep breath and hadn't let it out yet. At this moment, I couldn't help but yell a few times to vent. This method can only resist a thunderstorm at most. If Brother Bai Piao hadn't helped President Chu resist the second thunder, she would have no chance to meet the third thunder. Naturally, God of Duer's method of overcoming the thunder disaster will be ineffective. A lie often needs countless lies to make up. At times, it feels all too real. Slowly, you will feel deeply that it is indeed the case. Coming. Fang Fan raised his head and glanced at the sky, his eyes suddenly became solemn. Rumbling. High in the sky, thunder resounded through the sky, invisibly giving people a sense of crazy oppression on the will. If he couldn't bear it, he might be left there in minutes. Keel Whale Height looked numbly at the boundless third sky thunder. The third thunder takes shape again. This time it was not a single thunder dragon that transformed, but a total of 49 thunder dragons, each of which was 3 points stronger than the thunder dragon transformed by the second sky thunder. Does this mean that the power of the third thunder is dozens of times stronger than that of the second? When I think of this, my mind suddenly collapses. At this moment, I didn't know what to say, but I just stood there numbly, and couldn't help muttering to myself. Nothing. Total breakdown. The road collapsed directly. The road ahead is ethereal. This road has been tightly blocked since the very beginning. Why? Farewell. It finally gave me a glimpse of the big world outside. It's better than continuing to wait for tens of millions of years in the dark underground palace of the disaster god. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 3410. Keel Whale Height's mood gradually became more relaxed. I thought to myself, and then faced the moment of death calmly. Chu Ceci looked at the irresistible thunder, and her mind was in a mess at the moment. She should have died under the second thunder. Having lived so long, she should be content. I know, you tried your best. It's my fate, I can't share this world with you. If there is an afterlife, I will give you a litter of children. Fang Fan. I want you. Chu Ceci suddenly turned her head and yelled at Fang Fan's direction. It doesn't seem strange to say these words when you are absolutely sure that you will die. At this time, they will not be absolutely embarrassing or not. Anyway, I'm going to die soon, it's true to be happy, and the rest are all bullshit. It's just that Fang Fan at this moment has a feeling of being stabbed. It's good that Chu Ceci didn't mention her name, but as soon as she said her name, countless people's eyes flocked to her. Oh shit. Is this a public statement? Want to give me a litter of children? This is so explosive. Fang Fan could clearly feel that the soft flesh around his waist had been completely taken over. Concubine Xiang and Xiao Liulai, one left and one right, couldn't help pinching each other. That expression, that posture, seems too real. At this moment, not only the people around Fang Fan, but also those from various colleges and universities are showing a treacherous posture. Fang Fan, it's that Fang Fan again. Awesome. One of the ones hanging in the sky seems to be his war pet, and the other is his woman. Damn it. His woman and war pet survived the thunder disaster of the Holy Lord at the same time. What if this they passed, but they're all big bosses in the holy venerable realm? Who says it's not? What kind of cultivation is he? Demigod. Holy venerable. The Holy Lord is a hammer, it is a 4-star sanctuary, it is still in the early stage. That's it? So what? Why is he based? I can't figure it out, I really can't figure it out, I'm still a 6-star sanctuary, why am I so much worse than others? Don't think too much, that boss Fang Fan has insulted the goddess of starry night. He even dares to insult the true god. How do you compare with him? He, no matter how strong the pets and women are? It's okay to pretend to be coercive for a while, isn't it going to be cold soon? This third thunder is so terrifying, I don't believe he can survive it. Just, don't worry at all, hey, just wait and watch the show. This scene is so beautiful. Interesting, it took off directly. Hold on. The surrounding shout suddenly increased. Everyone's eyes gathered here, and Fang Fan was once again promoted to the top of the knife-edge waves? The feeling of being fully watched by so many people is still very different. But Fang Fan didn't care anymore, it wasn't the first time anyway. Looking at it from all aspects, in fact, I have gotten used to it, and it is nothing. Do you still dare to say that you didn't have an affair with your cousin? You have already made a private decision for life, right? Humph. You know how to lie to me. Bastard. You bastard. Concubine Xiang bit her little tiger teeth, she was still very upset in her heart, she couldn't help beating her from the sidelines. Fang Fan has no expression, I have always been passive in this matter. It really doesn't matter to me. Fang Fan sighed softly, and didn't bother to explain at the moment, because he knew very well that in this case, the meaning of explanation was not very great. It's like in the bed, a man and a woman took off their clothes to discuss the philosophy of life, suddenly someone broke in, you tell them that you are really discussing the philosophy of life, will they believe it? On a specific occasion, there is a specific status fixation. Since you can't resist, then choose to enjoy it slowly. Fang Fan clicked his lips, and then he couldn't help but sigh, it's too difficult. In the air, Chu Ceci, who said all her thoughts and what she wanted to say the most, suddenly felt magnanimous all over her body. She can face death calmly. The most explosive thunder. Come. Boom. There was a sound of thunder explosion, and then the two thunder groups fell one after the other and fell the third thunder. The third sky thunder that surpassed the demigod level descended with a terrifying power of thunder. This world has been completely dyed red. Everyone's eyes are gathered here, and their mentality is also completely exploded. Everything collapses here. Stab. Stab. The 49 thunder dragons transformed into the third thunderbolt fell instantly and rushed down at the same time, the formation was very strong. The surrounding vegetation was instantly turned into dust by the power of lightning. One heat wave after another hit, 49 Brontosaurus launched the most violent attack. Roar. Thunder Dragon falls. Both Keel Whale and Chu Ceci gave up resistance. Resistance doesn't make much sense. Holy Venerable Thunder Tribulation Exemption Card. Start. Fang Fan snorted secretly, and the two cards flipped casually in the air, and then appeared in front of Chu Ceci and Keel Whale in time. Swish. The Holy Lord Thunder Tribulation Exemption card released a silver-white light curtain, which protected Chu Ceci and Keel Whale on the other side. The moment those thunder dragons in the shape of thunder touched the silver-white light curtain, they suddenly bottomed out and rebounded, and then swept back madly in the direction of attack. Roar. Ho 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 ho. The sound of the dragon's roar in the air was endless, and it seemed to explode more and more. Everyone, followed by silence. I can't help but lose my mind. Everything has to be colder than this. Under the scorching eyes of everyone, these dozens of thunder dragons returned the same way, and then disappeared into the sky. The thunder cluster in the air was also slowly dissipating the power of thunder and lightning, turning into streams of pure energy and descending, which then fed back to Chu Ceci and Keel Whale hate. This is the end. What about the most violent third thunder? That's it? Typical thunder and rain? But the key is that no matter how small the raindrops are, you need to feel it a little bit, right? Why do you feel like this is a joke? Chu Ceci opened her ignorant eyes. She thought she was welcoming the god of death, but who would have thought that it was waves of pure energy that made her cultivation soar? Does it make you feel so comfortable before death? The feeling of death is not so terrible. I'm really dead. How do I feel? I seem to be alive, I seem to have survived the thunder of the Holy Lord. Chu Ceci murmured to herself, feeling a little uncertain. Also in a daze like her was the keel whale. He who had been prepared for death a long time ago suddenly found that the 49 brontosaurs had disappeared. Those thunder dragons used to be so close to him, he brushed shoulders with death. And at this moment, what you get is not death, but pure energy. Everything is very metaphysical. This is not in line with common sense.